Hello, sports fans. I'm Marion Maneker, and we're at the Brant Art Study Foundation in the East Village, where they've just opened the show Basquiat Warhol, which deals with the collaboration of about 160 works by Andy Warhol and Jean-Michel Basquiat created in the 80s when Warhol was a fading star and Basquiat was an emerging talent. The show doesn't contain all 160 paintings, but it did require a fair amount of detective work. The show's curators, Dieter Buchhart and Karina Hofbauer, explained how Warhol knew of Basquiat but didn't actually meet him until Bruno Bischofsberger brought Jean-Michel to Warhol's factory in 1982. While they were together, Warhol took Polaroids of Basquiat, and he even took a dual portrait of the two artists together. Jean-Michel's response was to paint Dos Cabezas, a double portrait, within hours of the meeting. 2 years later, Bruno Bischofsberger conceived a three-way collaboration between Warhol, Basquiat, and Francesco Clemente. The show contains some of those works, but Basquiat and Warhol wanted to do something bigger. In fact, they made enormous paintings together, but they also deepened their collaboration around their shared interest in iconography, repetition of images, and even Warhol was able to rediscover his roots as a draftsman and illustrator. He liked it when the works couldn't really tell who had added what, though you will see many of Basquiat's images from his paintings in these works as well. One reason these works are lost or some have not been seen for decades is that in 1985, Tony Schifrazzi Gallery showed 16 of them, and the critical reception was terrible. It really sort of ended the collaboration, and it also somewhat cursed the works in the market. Though recently, about 6 years ago, people started paying real money for them, to the point where one of the collaborations between Basquiat and Warhol, a work called Taxi, 45th and Broadway, which opens the show on the ground floor, was sold at auction for $9.4 million. Only a few of the works are in museums. A couple are in the Warhol Museum, and one is in the Reina Sofia in Madrid. So this Brant Foundation show, which originated at the Louis Vuitton Foundation in Paris, is a real coming out story. Buchhart curated a show of Jean-Michel Basquiat's work that was at the Fondation Louis Vuitton and here in 2019. This show also originated at the Fondation Louis Vuitton in Paris and has now just arrived here in New York, its spiritual home. Many of the works were created just a few blocks from here, and of course both Basquiat and Warhol have very strong connections to New York City, Basquiat of course to the East Village. If you like these videos, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're going to try and make more of them. And of course, subscribe to artelligence.substack.com for our regular posts about the art market.